I thought I would share my story about why I would choose being in the woods with a bear over a man. I'm actually shaking. I'm so nervous to tell this. It's been 3 years. My sister is about to turn 15. I never wanted to tell this story because she follows me on here. She sees my TikToks, but now that she's about to turn 15, I think it's important that her and, I don't know, anyone young, any woman knows that this can happen to anybody. 3 years ago, I met this guy and we were going on some dates. And one weekend I was working and he asked me if I wanted to come to a family party after I got off of work. I was like an hour and a half away from home. I was working really far for agency and I was like, yeah, sure, but I'm not going to be there until like 8. I don't get off till 6:30 and I have to go home and shower really fast. He said that was fine, but when I get off work, he's like calling me nonstop, like, where the are you? He was getting so mad that I was late and I was like, I worked. I don't know what you expect. So he was irritated. He's like, just come over. You can meet my parents. We'll hang out for a little bit. So I drive over there. We were supposed to go out to the bar with his parents and he told his parents we were going to meet them there. So they leave. And this boy starts yelling at me about how I'm a doormat. I'm all of these awful things because I was late. And I'm looking at him like, I had to work and I told you I had to work. You didn't invite me until last night. And he's just saying all of these awful things. So I'm like, you know what? I don't have to take this. I'm going home. So I go and grab my purse and I go to leave. Except he doesn't let me leave. God, I'm literally shaking. He didn't let me leave. He locked me in his bedroom. And still during all of this, he's just saying awful things to me, telling me that I'm just an awful person, all of this stuff. And I'll spare some of the details of the in-between, but I got there at 8:30 p.m. and I didn't leave until 5 a.m. The only way that I got out of this situation was I started acting nice and started just playing along with what he wanted me to do. Finally, his parents came back and they were like yelling at us for yelling at each other and being loud. So I just said like, why don't we go to my apartment? You know, I live alone. It's quiet. We can just hang out. And he was like, oh yeah, good idea. So we go to walk to my car. During this whole time that I'm there, he's not letting me go on my phone. I'm not like able to go into my purse. I did get my hand into my purse saying I was grabbing a ponytail and I recorded some of the conversation and I still have those videos. But I get my keys and we're going to my car and I end up getting in my car and I lock the doors and I turn the car on as fast as I can. He's like trying to get in the side door and he's freaking out because he can't get in the passenger door. And I like just put it in drive as fast as I can and he jumps on my hood of my car and starts banging on the windshield. And he shattered it. Completely shattered. Not into pieces, but like, I could barely see through it. I didn't stop driving until I got to the police station. When I got to the police station, they took pictures of my car. They took pictures of me and everything that I had. I went home after that and just kind of cried for a while and tried to figure out what to do. And I ended up going to the hospital and getting tests and everything done. But if you ever have a gut feeling that tells you something is a little bit off, trust your gut because it's probably right. If you've ever had anything like this happen to you, I want you to know that you're not alone and it is not your fault at all.
This is disgusting, like genuinely disgusting. What a horrible, disgusting, not even a man, he's like a boy. That is horrible. This poor woman, it's just so brave of her to even like say on social media, not knowing how many people are going to see it, her little sister's going to see it. It's probably taken her so much gut and strength to even like come out about this. But just in the mind of her, like, you know, wanting to leave. Oh God, this sounds literally like a horror movie. Like, she's so brave. Like, the fact, like, that's such a good way of her being like, yeah, I'm just gonna grab her hair tie. Like, now it makes me want to put a hair tie in my bag just as an excuse. You don't know where you're gonna go, you don't know where you're gonna end up. But, oh my God, this must have been so scary for her. And so, she's so brave to even tell this story. And she's so brave. I just want to give her a hug. I genuinely just want to give her a hug through the screen. It's horrible. The things women genuinely go through, and all she wanted to do was just meet his family. And, you know, she was like, yeah, I finished work, like, of course I want to come, like, I'm not going to finish until late. And he's like, yeah, that's absolutely fine. Genuinely, I'm like, not going to cry, but I'm genuinely just so stressed out by listening to that story. Like, I can literally picture the whole thing. He's jumping on top of her car, he's breaking things, it's just disgusting. Like, just vile.